Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Hello, am I audible? Good afternoon, Rahul. How are you? Okay, great. So, few people have joined. Okay, so thank you so much for joining today. So, let us start with the live session. And before we start this live session, I just wanted to update you about the people who are having some career gap. Yes, I am also fine. Thank you for asking. So, I wanted to update you about the people who are having career gap and they are looking for the job in the field of software testing. So, I would like to tell you a story in which there is one of my subscriber who was working for 7 to 7.5 years in software testing in the IT field in this career. Then she took a career gap of 8.5 years. So she worked till 2014 and then she took a career gap till from 2014 to 2022 because she got married and she had to look after her daughter. So so that was the basic reason why she took the career gap, and now again she has joined, right? So she has shared her success story. So that video would be uploaded tomorrow, right? And please do watch that video, please do like it, please do share it at the maximum because she was so happy and she was so joyful. Unfortunately, we could not get her video because her camera was not working, but she was so happy to share her success story, and this will actually motivate a lot of people, especially housewives or even the males who have got a career gap, right? So this is going to be a wonderful success story. It would be out tomorrow. Okay, so let's come to the questions today. Okay, so question is from, okay, so someone has renamed his YouTube name to Virat Kohli. सर कितने प्रोजेक्ट मेंशन कर सकते हैं रेज्यूम में? So that is a question from Virat Kohli or someone, right? So see, there is nothing like a number that you need to mention in your resume, the number of projects, right? But if you have worked in 10 projects, in, let's say, you have worked in two companies and you have worked on 20 projects, so don't write each and every project in your resume, right? What would be good is if you can write the projects in which you are having a very clear thought process, because in an interview they might ask you questions based on that project, like what kind of testing you took, what kind of requirements you got. So if you are comfortable, if you are having very strong detailed level of knowledge in that project and you are able to recall after so many years, then only put those projects in your resume. Otherwise, you can just put a single line that yes, it was an e-commerce domain based project, that's it, it was an investment banking domain based project, and write. Don't go for the details of the project in the resume because that would be asked to you if required, right? That is not a mandate thing. It can be asked, it cannot be asked, so better leave it to the interviewer, but don't make your resume lengthy enough to include all the details, like what was your client name, what, where was your client located. Not at all required. What is actually required is what did you do in that project, what was your contribution in that project. That is very important. Okay, so don't worry about how many projects you have to put in your resume. That was a question from Virat Kohli. Okay. um, सो देयर इज अ सेकंड क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम हिम, एक महीने में हो गया कोई रिस्पांस और कॉल नहीं आ रहा. सो अगेन, you're not getting calls. So still the things are not on the track. Yes, they are coming on the track. So if you see TCS, Infosys, or these giant companies who had actually told that they will be holding on giving the bonus in last 3 months, right, last quarter, they have started giving the bonuses, right? So things are coming on the track. Yes, they are not on the track as it should be, but yes, it is happening. So positive news are coming, so don't worry about all those things. Okay, so it will take some time, so better utilize this time in upgrading yourself, right? Don't worry about all these things. Okay, Sumant is asking, I am 2014 passed out student working in non-IT USA insurance process from 2016 to 2021. I now wanted to switch to IT, so I took manual and automation in Selenium with Java. Could you please how to prepare my resume and Naukri profile and how to which companies to attend interview, any sources? Okay, so there is a video that we have created based on company career portals. Hmm, let me just find it for you. So I'll share that link in the chat so you can apply on all those companies. There is a list of company career portals, right? That it's not been prepared by me. Let me be very honest, but I have got it from some source. So you can go through all these companies that I have listed, right? And you can start applying. Okay. So what's the next question? Okay. So Ravi Kumar Shinde is asking that, sir, facing too many issue to get interview calls and schedule interview. फ्रेशर्स के लिए वैकेंसीज नहीं है, any vacancy for fresher? Yes, so we have yes, so interview calls have got decreased, right? So that is the one of the common concern, common issue that we all have. But I have also got one of the job opportunity for fresher. Let me send it to you. It was a opening. Yes. So there is an opening in Tech Mahindra Ahmedabad location, right? So I am sending the position, right? Okay, so at the time it will allow only 200 characters. So they are looking for freshers to someone having 8 years of experience, right? So this job position, okay. So I am sending this email ID. So you can send your resume to this particular email ID if you are looking for a job as a fresher in software testing in Ahmedabad location, right? So they are looking for people from zero, like fresher to 8 years of experience. And I'm not aware about what domain of the application or software is would be tested, like it has, but they are looking for freshers in software testing, right? So you can apply at this job. Okay. So Ravi Kumar Shinde is asking, HR ask notice period. I don't resign yet. How can I tackle this? Okay. So if you haven't resigned, right? If you haven't put your papers, still you can get the notice period. You can get those information from the company's policy letters that you would have received when you would have joined the company, right? Now let's say if at the time of joining, at the time of your induction, you would be having a kind of you would have got all those documents, like if you complete your probation period, then your notice period would be of 2 months or maybe 3 months. So that kind of things you would have received, Ravi. So please look into the induction based documents, right? Look into the onboarding process documents. In that, definitely it would have been mentioned like how many days notice period you will have to serve. And the same thing as it is, very honestly, you have to tell to the another person, hiring manager, right? Okay, Ashwin is asking, I am taking ISTQB foundation level exam. Is there any free courses or mocks where I can study and take? Okay, so we can conduct a mock interview on related to ISTQB exam only. We can ask. We are also asking questions related to ISTQB foundation advanced level kind of examinations. So if you are looking forward to give to appear for such kind of examinations, right? Then please feel free to let us know, so we will actually conduct a mock interview for you. Okay, no worries with that. Okay, so what else we have? Uh, okay. Now there is a question from Ria. She's asking, I'm having 1 year experience on manual testing. Now I want to change my career as automation testing. So I wish to learn Selenium with Python course. Okay, so Selenium with Python is good. And see, again, it is not dependent on us, like whether we want to make sure that we get automation projects only in the future companies. Yes, you can learn test automation, but at the same time there are companies in which, or there are sometimes, nature of projects in which you have to do both manual plus automation. So it is not like you will switch your career from manual to automation 100%. It also depends on which companies you are applying, right? So please take that thing also into the consideration, and then you go for the switch. Okay, don't forget all the concepts of manual testing. That is also very important when you do test automation, right? Okay, API versus ETL testing, which is having better future? So yes, API is having better future. Rahul is asking, I take for software testing course in starting. Java is good, but once Selenium is little bit of what things will be do. Okay, Rahul, I'm not able to understand your question. Maybe if you can elaborate and then you can post. Okay, Lakhan is asking, my education before the gap. What to do, sir? Your education before the gap. Okay, so if you have gap in your education, then you will have to see, which all companies, maybe startups or small level companies you can go for, right? Okay, Pratik Jain is asking, not getting calls for 3+ years of experience, what to do? Okay, so if you're not getting any calls, so have a look at your resume also. Maybe in the job description it is mentioned they are looking for someone 3+ years, but they are looking for manual plus automation. But if you have only manual or if you have only automation, so have a look at your resume, have a look at your CV. If you would have been wearing the shoes of recruiter, would you um, select this profile which is yours, right? So that is also there. And one more thing is, things have got slowed down a bit, right? So don't worry, they will come on track very soon. This hiring freeze and all these things are going on, right? So don't worry about all those things. Very soon we will have some good news with us. Have only Samrat is asking, have only knowledge about API testing using Postman and Rest Assured. Should we mention in the resume? Yes, definitely you should mention if you have a knowledge. If you are confident that if they ask you anything in the interview on the basis of that, then you would be able to answer them. Then put it in your resume. If you yourself are not confident, then don't put in the resume. Okay, it depends on how much confident you are. Okay. Okay. So Akshay is asking, please guide how to conduct mobile app testing. What kind of questions are asked in an interview? Okay. So mobile related questions I have. Let me just help you with that. Okay. So I'm sending one video link of mobile application test scenarios. Okay. So whenever you have any mobile application for testing in your project, or if you have to uh, appear in a mobile testing kind of interviews, then you can have this checklist handy, and you can try to create or tell the test scenarios in an interview on the basis of this checklist. It is very useful, right? So I have sent the link. Please go through that video. Okay, Vijay is asking, I have no work since 3 months. I have only 7 months of experience. This is not enough to switch job. How I deal with this? Okay, so first of all, you will have to be ready with a genuine reason, right? Why you had only 7 months of experience, why you did not complete it 12 months over there, right? Second thing is, um, if the company itself closed that project and then they laid you off, then you can get some authorized letter from there that there was a layoff going on in the company, due to which project got closed, and then you also lost your job, right? Second, okay, now third thing is, um, you are not working since 3 months, but in last 3 months what you would have done, that would be asked in the interview. If any new course, if any new certification that you have appeared for, or maybe any new thing that you have learned, any skill that you have got upgraded, so you will have to learn something, so that at least you can showcase that, okay, for 3 months I did not went to this particular company, I did not do any job, but yes, I'm having some kind of expertise now, because I studied this particular XYZ course, or this particular about API testing. Earlier I was not doing, but I studied in last 3 months. So this is how you will have to deal with it, right? You will have to showcase them that whether you have the job or not, you will continue to upgrade yourself in the direction of making a good career of software testing, right? Because circumstances are not in our hands, but yes, how to deal with such situations, that is in our hands, right? So you will have to be prepared for those kind of things. Okay, now Rushabh is asking, where can we get the demo resume for automation? Okay, so for resume for automation, resume tips, I have one video to share that. How to write an automation tester resume, what should be the length of the CV, what should be the good tips and tricks, right? So I have shared this link with you, right? You can go through this link, right? Okay. Which is, Ganga is asking, which is better scope in these days, manual and core Java Selenium, or API testing, or mobile testing? So I'll go for manual and core Java automation Selenium, right? That is having good scope. If you are not doing such kind of projects, then please get into working on these kind of projects, right? Second thing is, you can go for API testing, and last but not the least, you can take a mobile testing as well, right? How to get confidence when I'm giving interview, I'm totally blank at that time, right? Okay, so I have got this in video, blank during interview. So see, if you want to search anything on our channel, so you can just come to this channel, and you can search with this keywords, like whichever thing that you have. Okay, so there was a question in which Dreamer has written, how to get confidence, what to do if I am blank, if I'm getting blank during the interview, or what to do if you blank out during an interview. So I have shared this link in the chat box. You can go through this video, and I have explained in detail how to be prepared for such kind of situations, and how to overcome and succeed if you are getting blank in an interviews. Okay, fresher resume format also send. Okay, so fresher resume format. Oh, okay. Now, in this video, in this link that I am going to send, in this we have explained how to prepare your CV if you are applying for a software testing job as a fresher, right? So you can go through this link. Okay, Sachin is asking, automation testing is easy, moderate, hard for manual testers who have no coding knowledge. Automation testing is easy, moderate, hard for manual testers who have no coding knowledge. Okay. So, see, if you don't have coding knowledge, then you won't be able to do automation testing. You won't be able to do test automation, right? So, it would be hard for you. So, it would be better to learn some programming language, maybe Java, or maybe C Sharp, Python, whichever programming language you are comfortable with. So, learn that programming language first, and then you can go for test automation. Okay. Ashwin Dandi is asking your thoughts on TCS. company for experienced automation tester. So it's a good company, right? So uh, so don't worry about joining those company, right? It's a good company, and maybe the increment cycle is not that good, so maybe you can get some learning experience for 3 to 4 years, and then you can go for a switch, right? Okay, Rizwan is asking, I have joined game testing. If I work 6 months or 1 year, then I can use this experience to join in software testing, app testing. Yes, definitely, Rizwan Sheikh, why not? You can definitely um, go for software testing, because game testing is also a part of software testing, right? Okay, so I'll request girls for .xyz to leave this live video, right? We are not over here to entertain you, right? So please leave this video, this live chat as soon as possible, right? I'll have to, do something in this. Maybe in YouTube channel, if any of you know, how can you block people who are sending weird messages during this on this public platform? Maybe if any of you have some ideas, right? So these kind of chat messages are coming. So how can we take care of those things? I have kept the security, I have kept the privacy, but still those are not being handled. Anyways, so let's scroll down a bit. Okay. If any of you are trying to give a mock interview, so please share your CV at this particular email address, rdautomationlearning@gmail.com, right? So we will schedule your mock interview, right? Okay. Which is better to learn, Tosca or RPA UI path for good career? So go for RPA. It's in more demand compared to Tosca. Okay, Aishwarya is asking how to tackle immediate joining openings when we have 1+ month of notice period. So what you can do is you can either request your manager, your current company manager, to help you with less days of notice period, or you can get some early relieving. Maybe if you can complete your KT as soon as possible. Second thing is you can go for buyback. So in that, what happens is the company who is going to give you the offer letter, they will pay the your ex company in which you are working, your current company, right? And then they will relieve you, right? So these are the two ways you can tackle for immediate joining and 1+ month of notice period. Okay, VG is asking, sir, I am 2020 pass out mechanical, no work experience in any field. How much coding is required to get job in testing, or should I go for data analyst or SAP? See, coding is definitely required for doing test automation. Maybe you'll have to learn one programming language, Java, C Sharp, or Python. In terms of coding, you need good knowledge on OOPS concepts. What are classes, objects, collections, arrays, strings, right? So loops. So these kind of basic concepts of Java, basic concepts of any programming language is required if you want to succeed in the career of test automation. Now, coming to the second part of your question, how about data analyst and SAP? So, those are also good fields. It depends on what kind of thing you are passionate about, right? If I tell Virat Kohli to do bowling like Arshdeep Singh, he won't be interested, he won't be able to do, because that is not his cup of tea, right? But at the same time, if I tell Arshdeep Singh to go for Yorkers in the last over of the cricket match, then definitely he'll go for that. So, it depends on your skill set, it depends on your mindset as well, like what kind of things are passionate for you. Otherwise, you take software testing, you do data analyst, you do data science or SAP, all the things are in demand these days, right? So don't worry about whether we should do this or this. Identify from within yourself, like what you would like to do. Listen to your heart, listen to your, identify your passion, right? And then you can go for any of these things. Okay, Nirmal is asking, I have oh my god, I just scrolled it down. Yes, I have given 10 plus years of 10 plus interviews, but not getting placed. and now not getting calls. What can I do? And I have 2+ years of experience, so please suggest. So don't go for switching the company at this time. It's November. You will Most of the companies will have the appraisal cycles going on in February or March, right? So wait for 2 or 3 months, right? Work in the same company in which you are working and then go for a change, right? And you can ask from the recruiter also, like where did I went wrong, what was the thing that was missing in my resume or in my profile that I could not get shortlisted. Not all those 10 interviews panel will give you the answer, but yes, one or two of them will definitely help you with the answer, right? So don't worry about those things. Third thing is also evaluate the resume, evaluate the interview that went with you. For example, you had got 10 questions in an interview. Out of that, 8 you were able to answer. The two which you were not able to answer, were they very important questions, or were they the questions on the basis of which the interviewer can neglect and they can hire you? So that thing that you will have to retrospect, that you will have to recall and identify, okay, was I able to answer all the questions in an interview? Because these days the interviews are going very they're not taking interviews leniently, they are taking interviews in a very strict manner. They want at least 90 to 95% of answers in an interview. This is what I have heard from the subscribers, right? So even if we are not able to answer 2 or 3 questions, then you might be thinking, no, I was able to answer most of, but there's 2 questions. But still, you will have to think, what were those 2 questions? Were they very important questions, or those were kind of low priority, low hanging fruits? Okay, Snowfire is asking how much CTC can a tester earn, and what about Mang companies if he goes, and other companies also? Please reply. Okay, so see, coming to Mang, so this is altogether a different thing, right? Don't just work, or don't just study for getting hired into Mang, because these companies, this Meta, Google, they have also done layoff in this year, right? So don't only uh, work or study for getting into these companies. There are other companies as well. And if you have this kind of skill set, Selenium, API, automation, everything, then sky is the limit, right? Because it also depends on locations. For example, you might be working in Bangalore, Pune, or maybe outside India, right? So there is a lot of demand of these particular skill sets. But it also depends on how much years of experience you have with these. It should not happen like you have done API testing for only 6 months, right? Or you have done automation for 3 months only, right? Significant years of experience is required, because with experience you will get expertise, and for that expertise you will get the CTC, right? And whatever your number of years is there, multiply it with 2.5 or 3.0, right? And then you will see, you can get the figure of expected CTC. Okay, Mohammed is asking, performance testing is good career or not? Yes, it is a good career. Okay, who else is there? Okay, Rahul is asking, hi Rakesh, I'm working as a manual tester and I'm planning to learn automation testing, but I am weak in programming. So Selenium with Java or Selenium with Python is best for me. Thank you. So Java, take an example of Java or take an example of Python, whichever programming language you take. I would think it depends on your individual to individual capability. I feel Java is more easy compared to Python. You might feel Python is more easy compared to Java. So it depends on individual to individual perspective. But you will have to be strong in programming. You can take some time. Maybe if everyone is taking 3 months of time, you can take 4 months, you can take 5 months, but you will have to come up to the speed of having that programming language. Otherwise, it would be difficult for you to survive in the software testing industry. Okay, Teja is asking, I'm looking for a switch from non-IT to IT. Should I go with manual or automation? Please help me, sir. First of all, don't think that you should go for manual, and don't think you should go for automation. Whichever job opportunity you are getting, whether it's a manual or it's an automation, go for it. For you, the first priority, Teja, for you, the first priority is not to get a manual testing job, not to get a test automation job. For you, the first priority is get into the IT job, get the testing job, right? shifting your career from non-IT background to IT background. So whichever job you get, go for it. Shubham Dande is asking, before joining any institute, what should we think in mind? So before joining an institute, don't think about anything. Just go to the reviews page in that Google and see how much people are actually placed from that institute. Then try to contact any of those members and try to approach them. Learn from their success story, that what did they study from this particular institute and how did they get selected. Second thing, how many companies did the institute offer them to sit for or to apply for, right? That is also very important. Deepak is asking, what role of learning Java for automation testing? So Java actually is required for creating test scripts, right? So you will have Selenium, those libraries you will be having, you will have configured in your IDE, maybe IntelliJ or Eclipse, and then using Java programming language, you will be developing the test scripts. So that is why Java or any programming language is important, right? Rushikesh is asking, sir, I'm pass out in 2017, but I was preparing MPSC exam, not crack the exam, but now I'm trying in IT sector as a tester. Is it possible for me to get a job as a tester? Yes, definitely. You will get a job as a tester fresher, provided your logical, your analytical skills are good, and I would request you to get some testing certification also, like ISTQB and all those things, right? Okay. Vinos is asking, if we are working for two companies and at a time where one company provides PF, another company have no PF, shall we keep the experience only from the company where we don't get PF? This is a tricky question. I'm thinking what to answer. Let me jot it down. So I'll come up with the answer of this question in a different video. Okay, Vinod. Okay. Okay. Now, AS2634 is asking, I got work from office offer from UST Global of 7.5 lakhs per annum at Trivandrum location. Trivandrum location. Should I join or wait? Try for another offers. I live in Pune. No worries about relocation. Okay. Okay. Worries about relocation. I live in Pune. Worries about relocation. Okay. So if it's an work from office job, then definitely you will have to go to UST Global. Now, if you are worried about relocation, then you will have to go for another offers, right? You will have to try some more offers which are available in from the company which are available in Pune itself, right? So try to go for those companies which are available in Pune. And how much time is pending in your completion of notice period? If you have only 7 days, then no time is left, right? But if you have 15 days, 3 weeks of time, then definitely you should give interviews, more and more interviews, such that you get more of better opportunity in your local city of Pune itself. Sachin is asking, core Java is sufficient for automation testing? Yes, core Java is sufficient for automation testing. Okay, what about recession, not getting calls from last month? What to do? Okay, so I'll update this particular question. I'll prepare a video on this. Still not getting a call, so what to do? Is ISTQB certification worth for a 5 years experience people? Narsimha Satish. No, sorry, Sandeep Chandra Bose. Yes, ISTQB certification is always worth, whether it's a foundation level, whether it's an advanced level. But if you are having, um, you know, number of years of experience, up to 5 years, then still you can go for this kind of certifications, because it will add on the things in your resume. It would add on something additional things in your resume which other people are not having, right? Now there is an interesting question coming up from Ganga. She says, how to handle the pressure at deadline time, right? So I'll also create a video on this. This is again a good question. Okay, Firoz is asking, I have 3 years of experience in Selenium plus Java and 1 year in Selenium plus C Sharp. Should I mention both the languages in CV? Yes, definitely. If you have the experience and you are comfortable, like if you get any questions, you would be able to answer them, right? Then you should add both the languages. It is good. It is actually a plus point. Right? So no worries with that. Okay. Please share the startup company list in India. So there is a video that we had created. Startup company list. Oh no. So it seems I have forgot. Okay. Startup companies list in India. Yes, UST Global is a good company. AS2634. You can join. No worries with that. Right? Startup company list. Let me just take up that question. Okay, Rana Joy Mukherjee is asking, can I leave a company after 10 months? I would request you to not to leave after 10 months. Better, it would be better if you stay for more 2 months so that you at least complete 1 year or 1.5 year and then you can go for a switch, right? One year or 1 year, 3 months is a good time, right? And then you can go for a switch, right? Okay. Akshay Jadhav is asking, sir, my last year of graduation in April, my graduation is complete. So when I join a testing course, so you can join a testing course once your graduation is completed or when you have sufficient time, right? There is don't delay yourself in joining the testing course because you are a fresher, you have recently passed out. So and if you are looking to make your career ahead in software testing, then go for that, right? So don't wait for that. Okay. So there is a question from Pavni. I want to attend mock interview. Can you please tell me the process? So mock interview process is very simple. You don't need to pay anything. You don't need to do anything. You just have to share your resume at our email address, that is rdautomationlearning@gmail.com. Right? So over here at this particular email address, you will have to send your CV for me, and then we will schedule your interview and for 30 minutes. But you need to have a good Wi-Fi internet connection so we can record that interview, and then that interview would be uploaded on the channel, right? So just send your CV at this particular email address, rdautomationlearning@gmail.com. Okay. Okay, Smruti OP is asking, sir, new video kab aayega? So, videos are being uploaded every day. It's been 2 or 3 days. I was not able to upload because I was not well. But yes, we would be uploading the videos every day. Okay, Ganga is asking, I have good knowledge of on SQL and core Java. Can you please suggest me apart from testing? So, if you have knowledge on SQL and core Java, and if you are willing to join as a software developer, then you can go for development also, for Java development, right? So there is nothing wrong in going for Java development. That is also a very good career that you can make if you are not interested much in software testing. Okay. Hinasha Singh is asking, sir, for housewife career gap as a fresher for manual testing work from home के लिए कहाँ पे apply करना चाहिए? So if you are looking for the job opportunities, whether you have a career gap or you don't have a career gap, then you should definitely apply, search for jobs on Naukri portal, LinkedIn portal, Monster is there, Indeed is there, right? But LinkedIn is very good portal where actually you can approach people who are working in those companies, right? So you can go for LinkedIn portal even if you have a career gap or if you don't have the career gap, right? And don't or don't you know confine yourself to just work for home from now, like work from home only. If you are getting opportunity, then go for work from office as well, right? Because after a career break or after a career gap, it would be important for you to get into the things of the corporates, like how are companies working, how are testers working, how are they collaborating with the other team members like development project managers and all those people. So that's how you have to go for, right? So don't just look for work from home testing job. I would suggest look for testing job, whether it is work from home or work from office. Don't worry about that. Okay, Divya is asking which cloud knowledge is useful for automation tester for career growth and salary growth. Which cloud knowledge is useful means I didn't get your question. Maybe if you can repost your question. Okay, Vijay is asking when will be the next live session. So every Sunday we are connecting live, right? So don't worry about these things. And if you are looking for the query that which you are looking for some sort of career guidance or some sort of uh, big any question you have, so you can also approach us on this our Instagram handle, that is RD Automation Learning, right? You can send your query on this Instagram as well. Okay, best platform to apply a job, so I just answered Naukri, LinkedIn, Indeed, Monster, all these are good portals. Okay, RK is asking, trying to switch from non-IT to IT but not getting a reply. Should I continue my core job or keep trying in IT field? So do both the things. Continue because you need your bread and butter. You need money, at least something you need to earn, right? And parallelly, simultaneously, also keep trying in IT field. Don't lose hope because now this is the time when actually hirings have got freezer, right? They are not much getting calls are coming. The interviews are not getting scheduled. So people who are actually working in software testing, they themselves are not getting calls. So so it would be maybe you will have to be more patient over here, right? So don't worry about all these things. Simultaneously you'll have to go for both the things. Most demand tool, Cypress or Playwright? Yeah, I think both are good. Cypress is also good, even Playwright has been doing good, so both are good. Okay. Okay, now those who are not getting calls, uh, you know don't lose hope about not getting calls, right? Or when the interview calls will increase. Consider this is like your study time in which you are getting time enough to upgrade your skill sets. Maybe if you're not knowing SQL, you can learn SQL. If you're not knowing Java, you can learn Java. If you're not knowing Selenium, you can learn Selenium. And then when in January, February the call frequency increases, then again you can go for applying those jobs, right? And you can get selected for the new job, right? So don't worry about those things. Maybe in January or February we can expect the interview calls will increase. Okay, Balendra Kumar is asking, I have done MCA and have 6 years of gap. How to get a job in IT sector? Please suggest me. So, okay, so if you are having 6 years of career gap, then do some certification, right? Do some certification, maybe ISTQB foundation level or advanced level. Do some certification in test automation as well. That would help you, right? So those things you can try to come up with, right? Okay, then AWS or Azure certification, uh, what can I do for as an automation tester? I have 3+ years of experience in automation. So that is a question from Divya. So go for AWS certification, that is in demand, right? And then if you get a time, go for Azure, but go for AWS first. Shubham is asking, left a company in February 2021 due to family reasons. now looking for testing jobs. So what reason should I give to the recruiters for this gap? So whatever is the valid reason, see, you had some personal this family responsibilities that you had to take, so you had a career gap. So there is no issue in telling that you had a career gap during this particular time, so don't worry about all those things. Okay, anonymous is asking, ignoring my message. What, which message you have? Yes, Yadav, I have 1.8 years of experience. I am having experience in automation with robot framework. If I want to switch, what skill set I need to learn, and is AWS important to learn? AWS is for cloud, right? If you are looking for making your career in cloud, then you can go for all those things. But I would suggest learn DevOps, learn Jenkins, learn Azure DevOps. These things are very important. And apart from robot framework, learn other frameworks like data driven framework, keyword driven framework, what is page object model. So learn these kind of things as well. Then it would be helpful for you to go for a switch. Okay, DevOps or Salesforce, which is the best to learn who is already into a testing field? Go for DevOps. Okay, Smriti is asking, I am a BCA fresher and completed course on software testing online platform Udemy. Sir, MNC में apply करूँ या startup में? So apply in almost all the companies, whether it's a startup or whether it's a MNC. If you are a fresher, don't just restrict yourself in applying companies which are MNC companies, right? Apply in all kind of companies. Okay, so at at your stage the priority is to get a job, not it is about whether you get placed in MNC or startup. But at this juncture the priority is getting a job and to get some practical experience. Okay, Ganga is telling your videos are related to manual testing, please upload automation and core Java. So yes, definitely we have uploaded, so I'll share the playlist with you in which there are many videos related to test automation interviews, right? So you can go through this playlist. 294 videos have been uploaded in this playlist that are a combination of manual testing, automation, as well as API testing and all those things. Okay, AS2634 is asking what is the workload difference between startup and MNC. So this is a good question. Let me create a dedicated video on this. Right? AS2634. AS2634, as you have got selected in UST Global Company, so please share your success story with us. Maybe if you can just drop your contact details or interview, or sorry, your resume at rdautomationlearning@gmail.com, and we would be happy to connect with you if you can share your interview experience with us. It would be helpful for our community as well. Okay. Production support job. So Abhishek is asking what about production support job? So that job is also production support job. So that means the client, if they need any sort of help or any sort of assistance in the production environment, then they will have to provide support, right? So that thing is also in demand. But if you want to switch to testing, then you can also switch from support to testing by preparing few test cases, preparing few test scenarios, prepare a test case template for whatever things you are doing, and then you can actually try to get into the job of software testing, because you would be having those skill set, you would have worked on those kind of tools, right? So then it would be good for you. Okay, Shubhra is asking how to switch as a QA lead, what should be the skill set? So if you want to switch to QA lead, so very important is the uh, managerial skill set. Like how will you manage a team of 10 members or 5 members? How will you make sure that everyone is giving you the proper productive output or not? Second thing is, if you are handling a team of, let's say, XYZ members, and those are doing automation or those are doing API testing or performance testing, then you should also have a good knowledge on those aspects. Then only you would be able to handle, right? And then if you want to switch to QA lead profile, if you want to, upgrade yourself, then I would suggest you go for ISTQB advanced certification. If you have those certification, definitely for senior positions it would be helpful for you. Okay, Feroz Ahmed is asking, your mock interviews helped me achieve a lot in achieving 300% of increment over the last 2 years. So thank you so much, Feroz, for that. And it would be great if you can share your success story with us on our channel, maybe at rdautomationlearning@gmail.com. It would be great to have you on our channel, right? It would be wonderful to speak to you, and I would be happy because that would actually help a lot of community people also who are out there, right? So please share your contact details or resume at rdautomationlearning@gmail.com. It would be great having a word with you, right? Okay. Okay, then. So we are done with today's live session. Thank you so much for joining. So there is a last question. Please make a video on how to create a good Naukri profile. Yes, definitely. We will uh, we will create one good video on this Naukri profile thing, right? So that it can be helpful for the maximum folks out there. So I have this question. Okay, Smriti is asking, I'm from Odisha, here not much more company or not much vacancy for fresher. Should I go to Bangalore or Chennai? And then, yes, definitely. So compared to Odisha, there are a lot of job opportunities in Bangalore, Pune, Chennai, Hyderabad. So go for those companies, right? So don't worry about all those things, right? You will have to relocate, you will have to adjust in the initial 6 months or 1 year, but then it would be good for you, right? So thank you so much for joining today, and wish you all the best for your career, those who are already doing good job in software testing or those who are looking for a job in software testing, right? So keep your spirits, keep your hopes alive high, and please live with a positive attitude, and then don't forget to smile, right? So smile in your lives and be happy, right? This phase, this too shall pass, right? So don't worry about all the negative things that are happening in your life. Stay positive. Yeah, thank you.